following the first week of successful matric exams, the Education Department says there are serious concerns regarding the running of the exams for the next 5 weeks. Last week, the department said it was all systems go and concerns around load shedding, paper leaks and water shortages were being dealt with. Ahmed Kajee is in Pretoria to take us through what to expect from the briefing. What has changed, Ahmed? We understand there's a particular incident that has disturbed the department, for lack of a better phrase. What more do we know?
Thanks very much, Tulu. From the release and information that we have received from the department, they say that on review of the last week of exams, there has been various consultations with officials from the department, and they say some serious concerns and threats have come through from the department and from this first week of exams, and this is what they'll actually have to give us more information about, and this could actually threaten the running of the remainder of the examinations, which will be continuing right until the second week of December. We will be getting further information coming through from the department, but just taking it back to last week during that briefing in terms of the state of preparedness, speaking towards any paper leaks that we had seen back in 2020, they say that they have been in touch with state security and various other law enforcement officials to ensure that they just keep tabs on any potential leaks on that particular front, and over the first week we haven't seen any reports thereof. In terms of load shedding, the government has said that they are trying to schedule exams around load shedding. In terms of the IT papers and the CAT papers, which more often than not require computers, those papers have already been written. Apart for 14 participants from Gauteng, their paper had to be postponed until the 7th of December. The reason for that was during their examination earlier this month, what they had actually seen, or late last month rather, was that some of the computers had blown during the load shedding restoration of power. So those 14 participants will be redoing their matric paper, but that will only be on the 7th of December. In terms of water shortages, they say that they will be providing contingencies for those schools which do not necessarily have water, based on those water shortages and water restrictions, which we have seen in Gauteng and in other areas of the country where there isn't access to infrastructure or appropriate infrastructure to get that water through to those schools as well. So from the three major concerns of last week, the department saying that they are more than well prepared for any sort of issues which may be coming through as well. But it seems that over the last week, upon review of the first week of examinations, which initially seemed to have gone off without any hiccups, it seems that there seems to be some major concerns, and perhaps the key word over there is threats to the running of the examinations. That's the words which came out from the statement out to the media yesterday from the department to say that this is the particular briefing that will be held as well. An important thing to note as well is this is being held by the Director General, the DG's office of the Department of Education, and not necessarily the Minister, and that actually paints a big picture in terms of the major operations happening on ground level and not necessarily with regards to policy of examinations. So in terms of what we will be seeing at 11 o'clock, the threat to the running of the examinations is something that will be outlined by the DG within the next hour or so. To do.
Looking forward to it. Ahmed Kajee, thank you very much. That briefing is set to get underway at 11 a.m. and we're hoping to bring it live for you.